Early detection is critical to stopping the spread of COVID, of course, but as we all know, that can be challenging when the virus is able to transmit from people who are not symptomatic. In Paris, scientists are testing the wastewater to track the virus. How does it work? Our James Longman explains.
Paris, one of the most visited and celebrated cities on Earth. The City of Lights is waiting to welcome visitors back again soon. But while these sites remain dormant, waiting for the pandemic to end, there's a lot happening below ground in the fight against coronavirus.
So we've got to get kitted up here at the waste treatment plant. So I suppose if I fall in, then you'll see me, won't you?
And I'm talking about sewage.
I can tell you it smells pretty fragrant in here.
I'm at a water treatment plant on the outskirts of the French capital.
Et l'eau est filtrée avant d'arriver ici ou pas?
Non, là, c'est l'eau brute.
Completely. Okay, so the water has not been filtered in any way. It's appearing, this is like the raw sewage that comes out here. Very glamorous.
Not the Paris you expected, perhaps, but the work taking place here is some of the most cutting edge in the world. It's called Aubépine, a nationally funded network that monitors nearly 50 wastewater stations for signs of SARS-CoV-2.
So that's the all-important sample, and the crucial difference here is that whilst in a human you might get coronavirus symptoms days after originally getting infected, this sample can show coronavirus immediately in the water. It gives immediate results to scientists and to the government so they can make policy that can act fast.
Once retrieved from the sewage system, the science can begin. The key here is the sample base. Everyone.
Not everybody takes a test. Not everybody goes to hospital. Not everybody has symptoms, but everybody goes to the toilet.
Exactly.
Monitoring coronavirus levels in sewage is an early warning system, and it has helped France better understand the spread of the disease and allowed it to pinpoint where further restrictions are needed and where others can be lifted. It's the most advanced study of its kind in Europe.
So the idea is that the samples arrive here from the water processing plant, and the first thing you've got to do is analyze what's in the sample.
Exactly.
Right, and so what are you looking for?
We are looking for the presence of SARS-CoV-2 genomes inside the wastewater.
Okay, and how do you do that?
3 steps. The first step is to concentrate the viruses using centrifugations. So the step here is to take the sample you see here and to put it inside the tubes to produce the centrifugations and to recover the genome of the viruses at the bottom of the tubes.
Okay.
And remove the water and just keep just the viruses.
It's not just coronavirus they have to watch out for.
Those little worms that eat your inside.
Yes, and also a lot of bacteria. Some could be harmful and some are just naturally occurring bacteria in the network or in the...
This is rather brave, really, if you think about it.
Yeah.
The work here is also shining a light on all-important variants. They can be picked up early.
Sebastian is doing a PCR test at the moment.
Yeah, a different one, but yeah.
Right.
Sebastian is working on how to detect the variants. I am correct, Sebastian?
Yeah. Can you discover different types of COVID?
Yeah, that's a question about the variants and the English or the South African variants. We try to perform a specific qPCR to discriminate between the whole quantity of coronaviruses and the specific mutations related to some of the variants. But it's actually a work in progress.
Infectious disease specialist Dr. John Brownstein describes it as the future of disease surveillance and prevention.
Wastewater epidemiology represents this whole new opportunity. And so it means that you could potentially detect illness even before people even know that they're sick. There is no sort of individual privacy issues because you're aggregating across large parts of the population. So it makes it much easier to collect this data and share it broadly.
In the United States, companies like Massachusetts-based BioBot pivoted from testing for opioids to analysing sewage, but the US is still far from having a national monitoring system like the French.
There has to be a sort of a federal effort to fund these kinds of tools like wastewater data to make it actually a continuous effort across the country. Because of course, as we know with coronavirus, it's not just, highly clustered. We know that, there is rapid spread of this virus across communities. And so we have to have visibility across all parts of the country in order for these tools to really be effective.
For the French, testing the water isn't just a useful way to work out when to ease restrictions, but a way to make sure they don't have to be imposed again.
So who knows? It could be sewage that is the key to freedom in France?
That's a good question. The funny way to say the thing, it's perhaps one of the indicators to allow to have a vision of the future of the outbreak.
James Longman for ABC News Live in Paris.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.